Bonjour à toutes et à tous, nous sommes en direct de Marrakech et c'est pour la première fois que se tient le Gitex Africa Morocco. C'est l'événement phare de la technologie qui se passe aujourd'hui à Marrakech et c'est avec beaucoup de plaisir que nous sommes là et qu'on va vous transmettre une émission spéciale qui est AUSI'TALKS Gitex Africa Morocco. L'émission aujourd'hui elle est faite en collaboration avec le ministère de la Transition numérique, avec l'Agence de développement digital et c'est avec beaucoup de plaisir qu'on reçoit aujourd'hui un invité de marque. Let me introduce for the first time in Gitex Africa Morocco, Siim Sikkut from Estonia. Siim, welcome to Morocco, welcome to Marrakech, welcome to Gitex Africa Morocco.
Merci beaucoup, my pleasure to be here.
Yes, and in OSIM we have also Siim. So
exactly, that's why I like OSIM so much already.
Okay. Please, can you introduce yourself for our OSIM ecosystem?
Absolutely. So my name is Siim and I'm really from Estonia.
Okay.
So I used to work in Estonian government for a number of years, leading all things digital transformation in our government. So how exactly does the whole country of Estonia make the most use of digital technologies? That was my field. And these days we run an advisory called Digital Nation. So we work with other governments now, employing Estonia's and other world best practices and helping them build a digital future for themselves.
Okay, so we will have some question about how can we benchmark between Estonia and Morocco and Africa. But let me ask you, the first time you are present here in Gitex Africa, Morocco, and what is your feeling about this event?
Well,
about scientific program, about logistics, about ecosystems.
Well, it's as overwhelming as the Gitex always is. I've been to the Dubai versions in a way, right?
Yeah.
And it's great to be that it's been replicated at that scale in Morocco. So I hope it really brings sort of, boost to the ecosystem here, right?
Yeah.
As is the hope is. So it's good to see that actually, let's say, an idea came to fruit in such a magnificent way.
When we see here, we have many sectors, industry, automobile, education, and we have also some exhibitors focused on technologies, AI technology, cloud. You as an expert in transformation digital, what is your appreciation or this matching between technology and some sectors?
No, the interesting thing is that, exactly how those different parts are brought together, like you say, right?
Yeah.
It's still very much a technology event because even other sectors here are really showing and trying to convince exactly how to transform the sectors digitally. So that's the unifying theme in a way, right? But what I think it also shows is, let's say, the topic, the topics chosen for the event. It's not just talking about what they have done, but about how to build tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that's great energy.
When you make your presentation, you talk that you are in Estonia and maybe in Estonia we start transformation digital 10 or 15 years ago.
Even 2025.
25 years ago.
So a bit after
OSIM. The same time from OSIM. What is the real insight to success in transformation digital, even in public sector or in Morocco or in Africa?
Well, the main thing for Estonia is that we always did it for very pragmatic reasons.
Yeah.
For example, we're a very small country, 1.3 million people only. So in order to be a full country, we need to be very effective. So we started using digital for that, to collect taxes better, to provide better healthcare, to provide basically safety on the streets, or make it easy to start companies. All of these things, if done online, for example, and with digital tools, they can be so much more powerful in a way. So we did it for really these pragmatic productivity reasons in a way.
Okay.
But I think if we were to talk about what made it possible, then a few things. First of all, we really built strong platforms for digitalization, national digital identity, national data exchange, things like that. But then everybody uses to build their services on top. And if you have those building blocks that everybody can use, it takes you ahead faster.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is digital transformation. Forget about digital. It's transforming how we work, how we do things. And that's basically a change management process. So what I think we have learned in Estonia and what Digital Nation now brings to other governments is this experience of how do you start change and lead change through, for example, changing laws, changing how your governance works, changing how taxes is collected is not an IT problem. It's changing the process of that.
Yeah.
And so all the way from politics or daily routine.
In all process in our organization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how to do that in a complex way? I think that's what we have learned.
Yeah.
And so the focus is really change management, not technology for us.
We see that the change will be the normal situation because now, for example, we discuss about AI technology, and some people are okay to succeed in AI technology. Some other people see that AI will destroy some jobs, and you as an expert in transformation and in a companion organization, what are this feeling for you in the future of AI with the impact or in many sectors?
I'm very, very optimistic about the future with AI. That is why the reason, when I was serving in Government of Estonia as a Vice Minister for Digital, we were starting an AI program for the country because we see that, again, this can help us do so many things so much better, right? So, and even small things, like, if I just give you one example. So, in our parliament or in our courts, people were still, even 2 years ago, still typing up the meeting minutes, making a protocol, right? Our phones can do that. So now these people can do more meaningful jobs as opposed to doing this like a routine job, like typing things up in a way. Very many low-hanging fruits that I see in government in many different industries for AI use. And so in that sense, I understand the fear behind, but I think technology is a tool. How we choose to use a tool is up on us. We can use it good ways or bad ways, and we can use it also in ways that basically that we are conscious about the effects it brings and we manage for them. So in terms of AI, we can skill people for other jobs now. I would argue that for most countries and for most people, they don't want to do silly things. They want to do valuable things. And if AI helps do that, that's what we should be building on and preparing people for the transition.
Sorry, Siim, when you accompany government, maybe you discuss with the private sector also, and maybe in all ecosystem. When you accompany some different governments, what is the challenge in this government? For example, if now you will accompany Moroccan government or some government in Africa, what is the
core challenge?
Yes,
getting things done. Not technology, not having enough people.
It's about mindset.
It's about mindset of getting things done, having the political will for that, but also let's say administrative capacity to get anything done in a way. Right? If you have that, things will happen because digital is not a rocket science. You can, there's so much technology as we see here in Gitex. You can learn from other countries like Estonia, but you have to implement them. That takes ability to get things done. And that's like a management problem, if you wish, and also a bit like a political leadership problem in a way. So if that is fixed, the rest can follow.
Your advice for Moroccan startup, for example, as your experience for Moroccan startup, what is the 3 or 5 goals?
Get out to the world. So the thing, in Estonia, why Estonian startups have been so successful in conquering the world a bit? Well, because we are a very tiny market, so they're forced to go out. But even in bigger markets, I would say go out of your domestic setting, because that proves you if you have a chance of making it really big or not. Go out.
Maybe in Morocco and in some other country in Africa, the question or the problem is about finance. What is also your advice for all the startups to access to finance? Is it to work in their country or to be open on the around the world to get finance from business angel from other countries, for example?
I'm very optimistic in a way that there's more and more money to go around with in a way. And if I look again from at least sort of Estonian background a bit, there's more money than there's good ideas for, and good companies and good teams for. So, and not in Estonia, but I'm speaking globally here, internationally. So that's again most of the point, saying go out. I don't know enough about the Moroccan domestic situation, but fundamentally, if I look at the world, for good teams with a good idea and the ability to get things done, money is always there.
And you, in your experience, maybe I see also that you accompany transformation on the mindset with some program in leadership and how can we transform different situation, managing complexity, managing ambiguity, managing volatility, because now in this word VUCA, we see that the change is in day to day. For Africa, what is your real advice for all countries in Africa to success in their numeric transformation or digital transformation?
Well, I think in Africa it comes down to two things. Be realistic. What we see a lot in talking to governments around Africa is that they try to do everything at once, run in all directions at once. But for reasons of administrative capability or money and so forth, they can't put it all at once, right?
Okay.
For example, if I just take one very tiny example, it surely is important to take connectivity around everywhere, right? But I would argue that a lot of people are online as well and underserved by the services. Do the services for them, for example. So don't do everything at once, and that takes a clever roadmap, if you wish. Secondly, I still go back to the same point of getting things done. You have to have, as government, ability to basically deliver on your policies, make sure that your laws are implemented, things like that. That fundamental capacity nobody can do for you. And that's leadership, that's management, that's a skilling issue. And on that, at the end of the day, everything that Estonia has done is about just starting things.
Yeah.
Don't think and debate forever. Do more.
Yeah. How can we, for example, now after this event, big event, Gitex Africa Morocco, how can we federate, transform the impact not only in the event but after? What we need to do to keep all this energy, this enthusiasm, this ambition to federate more and more ecosystem, to develop some application, to develop some new business, some projects?
Well, again, I don't know yet enough about sort of really the details of what happens in Morocco in a way, but fundamentally, you're right, one event doesn't do the trick. It has to be like an ongoing, regular ecosystem build-up in a way. And so events can be the milestones for that. So let's say next year, Gitex Africa here already can be the milestone saying, hey, to look back what have we achieved through the year. But fundamentally, it's about systematic daily effort. And somehow having, let's say, a program approach to that. I think that's what it takes. And not by just government, but even ecosystem players themselves. A lot is up to the financiers, the clusters, the industry organizations, incubators. I mean, like all those ecosystem players, a lot of it is in their hands.
And also relationship between education world and economic world.
And education supports all of that. But I would argue what I see here is that so the critical mass is there and moving. Move it now.
Now, at the end of every session of AUSI'TALKS, we invite our guests on 1 minute to share the very important message for him to all our ecosystem. And you can see the camera to share your here. 1 minute, you share your message for our ecosystem.
Right.
From Estonia.
From Estonia.
And from Marrakesh also.
So from Marrakesh and Estonia. Look, it comes down to the same thing I've been talking through this chat here. Just do it. Go to the world. Start building up a digital government, whatever is the thing you're doing, just do it. And that what really matters, taking the first step and then seeing from that. Great companies are built step by step. Great countries are built step by step. Estonian digital journey is 25 years. So just do it. If in the process, I think Estonian know-how can help you along the way, always ask.
Siim, thank you for your generosity. This interview with Mr. Siim is the first AUSI'TALKS from Gitex Africa Morocco, and I'm very happy to receive you, to discuss with you, to debate with you about technology, about sectors, about transformation digital, and welcome in Marrakesh in Morocco, and thank you for you and for Estonia.
Thank you, Hassan, and well, bon chance to Siim.
Inshallah.